What's going on, guys? One of those mid-workout videos. Gonna finish up some stuff here in a second, but I wanted to pause, hit on some things that really could deserve their own separate video, but the overall theme here is simplicity. I'll be sharing a couple things with a very basic setup, one of which being from you guys as a reviewer, showing me how you can use an old Nintendo Wii Fit board. I picked this up for $4 at a used game store. When the first comment came in months ago, I'm like, that's genius. I gotta share it, so I'm gonna share it with you guys in this video. Works out really good. You're gonna be seeing a pair of collar hooks in this video, which I will give away. Also, just drop a comment down below. We're about sold out on these on this first run, so if you guys are interested in that, US submissions only, please. And I will draw our winner by the end of the month. But you can see here, guys, this was a workout I was gonna do outside. The weather kind of turned on me. My allergies are kind of kicking up, so I brought it inside the garage. I'm also trying to hide some stuff that's gonna be a future review. That's why I'm sitting over here. But I did a whole majority upper body workout. I showed some lower body stuff here using a very basic setup with a 4-foot bar, which I always say is underrated item in its own right. This was a cheap, like $57 cap barbell. I'll link it down below if you guys are curious. Some resistance bands, some very cheap weight plates, which I actually also picked up the 45-pound plate of these because they were so cheap again. They're like $35 recently. So I picked up a set of those, but I'm only using a pair of 25s, pair of 10s, pair of 5s, and then some magnetic weights. And honestly, if you slow the tempo down, you can make this pretty difficult hitting on those main movement patterns. And then when you combine the collar hooks with some resistance bands, using the free weights, whatever, you got a whole complete little package, and also a different variety of stimuluses you can put on your muscles. But a main motivation why I wanted to make this, guys, is I had a few videos coming through my feed. One was a female, 2 males, and they both had really dramatic transformations. I know you guys see this stuff all the time, but it made me kind of remind myself to drive home the point, guys. Even this basic stuff you're seeing here, this basic workout, can do so much for you. And I think so many people, it's almost an epidemic, I would say, with fitness and nutrition, is that people start to really get too deep in the weeds and they lose sight of what really matters, getting super scientific into various nuances. For a living, I talk about, scientific exercise science, and I could do it on the channel, guys, but I think I'll be doing you guys a disservice and just really getting too deep in the weeds. I'm gonna do that more in future videos, but I try and make things very simple, and that is very intentional. So these 3 people I saw had dramatic changes in their body with obviously some dietary changes. But when you saw them, they used very minimal equipment. Well, I shouldn't say that. Like 2 people, I think, used minimal equipment. But the basics were there. They were being consistent. There was some progressive overload. They were doing some basic movement patterns, and they repeated that on top of a good diet. And that's all that really mattered. And that's what I really want to share with you guys in this video is don't get too bogged down with all the science, all the information that comes in with training modalities. If you guys stick to the basics, you follow a fundamental program, you push yourself, of course, that's very important. And you can see here, guys, in this workout, I'm not using a whole lot of heavy weights. I really slowed the tempo down. I varied the tempo, went fast, I went slow, did a variety of things, and it feels just as good as using one of these very expensive machines I use here off to the side. Of course, having extra machines make things a little more interesting, also a little more forgiving on your joints if that's gonna be necessary for you. That's why I share things with you guys. Hopefully you can find things that suit your abilities, but hopefully you guys realize that really simplistic stuff is all you need if you just keep driving home that effort. So final thoughts on that, I just want to also go back to this Wii Fit board, showing you guys, if you know of any of the creative uses or foot plates that can makeshift foot plates, definitely share them. This thing works out very, very well. This thing has a very smooth edge. I don't think it's gonna wear down the bands. There was a missing battery pack that could scuff something up, but I don't think the batteries aren't gonna touch you too much. I tried heavy stuff with like my legs. I wouldn't do that, like single leg lunges and stuff like that. Decent squats you could probably do, but this thing is pretty sturdy and feels just as good, honestly, compared to other foot plates that are out there, including my homemade Mac boards, which are also almost sold out. This is a great idea. So this is literally $4. I'm sure these on eBay, these are going, these might go up now maybe because of this, but if you know anybody, maybe an old nephew or something who's got an old Wii Fit, or maybe you got one, break it out, works out great for a foot plate. Also very light and a decent distance, at least for me. And then finally, this is a $50 cap barbell. I'll link all this stuff down below. I bought this a while ago for demonstration purposes, but I really wanted to showcase how versatile and really how awesome a basic 4-foot barbell really is for a variety of stuff you guys are seeing, especially if you guys are already using barbells for resistance bands. You can see my voice is kind of failing out, so I'm gonna stop here, guys. Definitely share your comments down below. Wanted to share with you guys basically some exercise ideas, some tools and tips. That's about it. Gonna jump right back into the workout. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoying your Monday, and I'll see you guys this week with some really good reviews coming soon, so stay tuned for that.